So we'll cross the bridge again here, because I think it's a pretty great entrance to everything.
Oh yeah. Right.
Yeah, let's start with
Gotcha.
this super simple little barracks. Just some
Hey.
tables, normal stuff. Oh boy. And up top, it's just some beds, and the kind of neat thing about this barracks is it leads into the
Oh, that's
fortifications on the
sick.
bridge here. These are all just houses, so I'm just going to go through the biggest one here so we don't have to go through each one, because they're all mostly similar.
Okay.
A little stove here.
Fish on the wall.
Yeah, a little
Just a
trophy.
boiling pot. That's great.
Yeah, and they've all got a counter and a cutting board and a
Nice.
skillet.
Oh, that's so cool.
And going up, we've got a fun little shield in this one. We've got a study.
Oh
The
my
larger
God.
houses all have their own little study.
I love it. I love the books on the ground. It adds to the atmosphere. It
Yeah,
makes it look lived in.
the books on the ground were a little thing I just stumbled across in one of the mods, and I was like, oh my god, these are so cool.
It
They were
is.
super
It's really neat.
helpful. Just a little room here
Oh my God,
and
dude.
another little room here. So most of the houses here, I'll point out where all the houses are in a second here, all have this general design to them.
Okay.
So these four here, or one, two, three, four, five here, those are houses, and then that road down there is all houses too.
Jesus.
So we're going to walk this way
All the
again.
chimneys, a little the smoke coming out the chimney.
Oh
It's
yeah,
so good.
they're all going. So these are that's another house. That one's just a little bigger. These are two warehouses, though this one has a little stable under it.
Oh my God, dude.
The horses refuse to stand on the ground. Oh, today they're being nice.
Oh,
The,
hey, not.
so there's, yeah, lots of little horses in here and a little office for whoever's
Cool.
working. We're gonna move up into this little warehouse now. This is a warehouse. It's full of all sorts of
That's
stuff.
sick.
That little smaller orange building down there is also a warehouse. So each warehouse has just a bunch of stuff stacked, and then they all have their own little office. I put some
That's
extra
great.
chairs. All right. We're gonna move down kind of the shop street now. So at the end of Shop Street is this place here, which is the Eberhaus Bierplast, which is the Borshaus beer hall. So it's a
Yes.
hall and tavern. So in here is the hall part itself.
Okay.
So where I'm hoping I'm going to be able to add NPCs at some point in the coming
Oh,
month,
yeah, that'd be
so I can
great.
have them running around and selling things and all that. I think that'd be really
Right.
nice. All right, moving up. Got our fun little hall here. Each one of these has their own little room. I made the beds blue because I thought it
Nice.
matched.
Yeah.
Move up farther. We've got the room of whoever lives
I thought
here.
there was a person there for a second.
No, that's just this is the fun little outfit that
Love
came
it.
with it.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
So this was one of the more recent additions. This was built last month,
Okay.
after the church and everything,
Oh,
which you'll
that's
see later.
great.
Here's the little brewing area with lots of barrels and everything, of course, and little
Right.
brewing stations. And now we get to move on to
It's a fountain or or just a
just a
statue. Okay.
statue. This is the antiquities building,
Okay.
because I had a mod that installed a bunch of like
Oh,
old Greek
sick.
and Roman armor. So I
Yeah.
made a place that would sell all of said stuff. It's this, and that it's got its own little showroom over here,
Oh, that's
with more
amazing.
armor. If all goes according to plan, you guys will be able to like go out and choose what armor you want to fight with,
Okay.
which would be cool.
Hell yeah.
Just a storage room up here. This is a simple one. This is a fresh seafood place because I got all
Hey.
these fish barrels. So tons of little trophies around here.
Hell yeah.
If you hover over them, it tells you what they are, which I think is
Spear and the
fun.
fishing bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Damn, dude.
This is
Oh,
a
no way.
Fletcher's. So here's the little range.
Right.
And here's the... Oop. inside itself. All sorts of bows and crossbows and arrows and more trophies up because maybe our guy who works here was a hunter.
Right.
Seems appropriate. And his little abode up here as well.
It's so nice.
This string of buildings here was an older build, which is why it doesn't match entirely, but I do kind of like how it stands out. So the first one is Wool and Thread, which is a wool and yarn shop.
Okay.
Which was a suggestion of my partner who loves to crochet.
Nice.
This is the cobbler who, makes shoes. We got these little leather racks, which I like. They're fun.
Oh, yeah?
And his little home up here.
Amazing.
And now we got our little flower shop, which has become terribly overgrown with grapes. Like, there was not this many originally. So I kind of gotta fix that a little bit, but it's still fun.
That's hilarious. That's great.
Alright, here is our... Oop, come on. Oh, no. Don't stop. Don't stop. Not again. There we go.
The castle's loading in more.
Yeah. The candle shop here. It's a fun one. I got a bunch of pots going, though. Which is neat for melting all the wax. And another little home up here. Most of the shops have a house above them.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. Really adds to the
Yeah.
Yeah, adds to it. Just makes it feel more lived in. It's so great.
Yeah, so here's a little market. There's a much bigger market up by the castle. This is the Raven Park, which is dedicated to one of the it was built for the birthday of one of my top followers on Twitch because they do all of the art for my stuff, and they do it for free, mostly because I'm not able to pay them for various reasons, not because I don't want to pay them, but I gave them a bunch of random stuff as consolation, such as a park in the world.
That's pretty sick. That was very cool.
This is a little leather shop. I do need to redo this, but I also wasn't sure what else I could add to it, because there's just a bunch of brown banners around. And here's the actual tannery area, which I thought that one was a little more fun. But the building's
I kind of
nice.
like all the hanging brown. Yeah, it's cool. I like the atmosphere in there. It's good.
Oh, maybe I won't change it. So our next big thing is, because this is just another house here. Ta-da.
Nice.
Is this, which is the Day and Night Inn, and the reason it's called that is because the lower floor is the night part and the upper floor is the day part. So I'm actually going to needs to be daytime to fully experience this. So
okay, yeah.
The bottom floor, it's got its own little bar. It's got
God, this looks so cool.
some moody lighting and whatnot. And I've created this kind of barrier between the bottom and the top. And over here is the hallway with all the rooms. Now, the reason there is such a divide between the bottom and the top is the bottom is, like I said, the night, the top is the day. So when you move from the dark dreariness of the bottom to the top, it's very bright and light and whatnot. It has skylights and everything.
Oh, that's so cool.
It's about 1 billion lanterns. Some grapevines on the walls. Each one of these little rooms... Oh, that one apparently doesn't have anything in it. Neither does that one. Those are little private rooms. And it's also got this lovely little balcony out here.
Holy. Makes me want to see some, role-playing going on in this world.
Yeah, I hope to make it like a real server at one point, not just one you guys can join and whatnot. But there's a lot of extra work that goes into that.
Oh, I believe it, yeah.
So these were the first models of the general idea of all the other houses that you'll find. These were the first ones I built. They've got this fun little divide and stuff. I believe they also... Oh, no, they just have a bedroom, they do. They've got 2 bedrooms, I believe. Up top. There's some storage and then another bedroom. So these were the first ones in that style that I built.
Okay.
And
I think I remember.
now we're gonna move into what I consider this second grand structure of the tour here, which is the church, of course. Which
Was this here last time? I don't think so.
no,
Okay.
none of this town was here last time.
Oh,
I
I thought
sent
one
some
of those houses
screenshots
were.
though.
Bet. Oh,
So
okay,
this
where-
actually the top of the cross is the tallest point
Oh, sick.
in this whole
Okay.
place, which grows past the castle, which is interesting because the castle is many stories above the ground already.
Right.
So it's very tall. It's got its own little grounds, so we'll go through the grounds first before we go in. Within the grounds, there's these little priest houses that have little crosses in the front of them, and inside them, they're each pretty much the same. It's their own little chopping area. They've got their own little stove. Crosses, of course. Bedroom
Nice.
with a little
When you're
study.
making like these buildings and stuff, do you follow like a plan, like someone who like set out a plan with like a similar video, or is it just stuff that you just take from your knowledge of the game and be like, you know what, let's add some of this and some of this?
It's partially from my knowledge of the game. What I would say one of my skills is, though, is looking at actual buildings and finding ways to replicate the idea of the
sick.
actual building.
Yeah.
So to work on the church, I looked at a lot of Orthodox churches in
sick.
Eastern Europe. And then the German houses, it was actually, I believe it was a mini model. The first ones were.
Okay.
Like just a little townhouse mini that I was looking at, and I was like, I think I can do something like that.
I like it. I love it. This is great.
So
I think I
yeah,
said this last time, but it's really cool to see the little mini map and see the detail of your town.
Yeah.
It's like very cool.
yeah, I can open the whole thing.
Oh, that is so cool.
So this is the
It
castle
straight
and the
up looks
tournament
like it's
grounds.
from a video game.
I know, right?
That's so awesome, man.
All right,
That is very cool.
let's move into the church now, which is of course decorated on all the walls and whatnot, and it has
Okay.
its dome up there. Yeah, so Orthodox churches are built in this way where they're extremely decorated on the inside. And they have their own little altar area in the back where you're not supposed to look, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
right,
weird.
right. That's true, right?
Yeah, bishop's chair, choir, place for the choir to sit, more place for the choir to sit, and places for everyone to sit. Is kind of the basis of the building. So this church is, for the record, one of the main reasons I wasn't able to finish everything on time, because I spent 2 days building a Catholic church, realized I didn't want a Catholic church, scrapped the entire thing, and then spent 3 days
Holy.
building this.
Jesus.
Um,
That's crazy.
so that was a
Awesome.
process.
Yeah, this looks great.
Oh, good. Right. So next is the weaponsmith and armorsmith. Some of this stuff might need to be reworked, but we'll see. So here's the armorsmith. He's got all kinds of armor here.
Very cool.
And the weaponsmith, of course, has all kinds of weapons and shields. And if you go back behind them, you'll realize they're both part of the same kind of complex in
Oh,
which both
that's
their forges are.
Genius. Okay, that is great.
And then there's one nice-sized house here. It's a little sitting area. It's got its own little cellar
Oh.
down here. Its own wine rack and keg and everything.
Christ, man.
Moving up, they've got their own bedroom in here, and of course they even get their own little balcony, which is nice.
That is so cool.
These houses were more built for fun, so these are actually what your general village house would kind of look like in the early 1400s to late 1300s. They're little plaster houses.
Okay.
They'd be wood, and then they'd be coated with daub and plaster. Have a storage area on one side. The other side would be your actual living area, which everything would be kind of in one place. And up top, you'd maybe have another bed and some storage. This is the winery, which I think all the wine is still out of, so we won't focus on it too much. Yeah, so what happened was an update came through, and it reworked all the wine stuff, so it removed it all because of the rework.
No.
So I gotta replace all that. But that's not a hard process. Across the street we have, first, I want to say, yeah, we've got a fabric shop, in this one.
That's so cool.
And in
Love
the
the
other
different color
one,
armors with it too.
yeah, I did enjoy that, making that one very much. This is the plant shop, which I wanted to make super overgrown. It even has its own little back room that
Oh, that's
continues to be overgrown and whatnot. The middle courtyard here, you can go up the stairs, and you've got your little scribes areas. These aren't the royal scribes, these are the other scribes.
Okay.
They've got their own little room here. There's books stacked everywhere, and there's paintings everywhere. I put some paintings like here and whatnot. The idea was they were just kind of resting on the desk behind things.
Yeah, yeah.
I was on the phone with my wife, so I muted myself. But that church is awesome.
Thank you.
The inside, outside, everything was great. Holy crap!
Got the butcher and the baker. I don't know which side. This is the butcher side. So we got a butcher.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
didn't even know you could do
nice.
that.
I
That's
know,
so
right?
Cool.
It's a
No
mod for
way.
it.
That is so cool.
Yeah, little room up here. You want to see the worst part of the butcher mod? Hold on. So these guys up here.
It's the humans downstairs. I'm joking.
No, that'd be cool too. If I get a knife, if I can spell knife.
Good.
Alright, check this out. So this is how you actually get meat. You have to hang them up, and then you like slowly just like pull them apart.
What the?
You get a ton of different
That's
chops from them.
amazing. That is amazing.
It's a really fun mod.
Oh
That's
my
great.
It
God,
consistently freaks the fuck out of everyone in chat, which is always fun.
dude. That was amazing.
This is the bakery, for various baked goods.
Yeah, yeah.
And the little house up here has its own
Yeah.
little shrine, which is fun. And now, I think, yeah, because none of the towers on the walls have anything in them yet. That's another thing I need to work on. So now we get to move up to the festival grounds, and then I think I'll do the castle after that.
Okay. My God, dude.
Is that normally your way of doing things? Like you get the outside done first, and the inside you don't work from the inside out.
So...
Derek wasn't here for the last.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So the last tour was just the castle. And the castle has had some add-ons, and then the town was also built. So the original walls, you had the castle, and these walls were a lot smaller, and there was a tournament ground in there, a smaller one. And that was because originally I planned to make a really small castle, and then like a small town for the first event. But the castle just kept getting bigger. So I was like, I need to do something with this space, so I made a smaller tournament ground. And that's all I had last time. So the town is all new.
So I apologize. I was here for the last time.
Okay.
I did see the
Okay,
festival
I
last
was
time.
gonna actually
I just-
clarify that. My bad.
Yeah, no. I just meant like when you make a house, do you start like building like like rooms, like walls and stuff like that, or do you like build the outside of the house first, like walls, roof, and all that, and then go inside and do the interior?
So on those smaller structures, it is absolutely the exterior first. I do the exterior without a ton of planning for the interior, and then I move inside and just work with what space I have. The castle was kind of built weird. It was built room by room. Like, I'd build one entire room, and then I'd move up and build the next entire room on top of it. The church was built from that inside layer first with all the paintings and whatnot, and then the exterior was built around that. In order to cover everything up, and so it didn't have a improper amount of space on the inside from adding, another block move in.
Do you have a preferred
Right, and
way
that's
of
why
building?
I asked.
Like when you're making these structures, do you prefer to do it that way, or do you prefer to start on the outside?
It really depends on how important to me the structure is. So the houses, I definitely don't mind starting on the outside. I think it's really fun to work with the inside. But I guess there's also an added kind of liking to when I do the Parts of the inside first, because if I'm doing the parts of the inside, that means I'm building something big that's really important, that's very grand. You know?
Okay. Yeah. All right, right on. I just wanted to hear what your personal thoughts on that one.
Yeah. So let's move into the tournament grounds, which is where y'all will be fighting, hopefully, in a month here. Yeah. So these tents here, you may recognize from last time.
Yeah.
These were the old competitors' tents. Ooh, we are struggling here. We're approaching the castle.
Yeah, let's say as we get closer.
I think banners count as entities too.
Oh, nice.
But when we move to a server, that'll be theirs to handle, not my computer's. Oof. Come on. There. So as you can see in the background there, we've got a large marketplace on your left, along with a good-sized garrison on the right. I'm going to just reduce the frame, or reduce the render distance here.
And you got another question. So, like, when you do make this into, like, a server,
Yeah.
the mods, do those carry over into that server? Like, will we be able to experience those mods, or is that something we would also have to download to experience?
So you'll also have to download them, but they're all in one pack, so I can send everyone the pack and instruct you
Oh,
how
sick.
to easily install that. You won't have to go find everything individually. Opening it up as a server to a larger audience, though, will be an issue because I have to reach out and hopefully get a response from each individual mod creator if it's okay to use their mod in the server.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Now we're running smooth.
Hey.
All right, so Marketplace has all sorts of stuff. Some of them are still empty, but a large amount of them are actually, they're all named and whatnot. And hopefully there'll be a NPC in all of them, so you can actually buy stuff from each individual market stall. This is a farrier's. This was here last time as well. You know, it's your armor and whatnot.
Yeah, I so badly want to see this place being lived in right now.
Yeah, that's
So
kind of how I was
great.
feeling. So this is your arena. This is where y'all
Oh my
will be
God, that
fighting.
looks sick.
Dope.
Lots of cover and whatnot. 2 places for people to
Yeah.
exit. I figure I'd do like a one-on-one, and then I'd be like, all right, let's divide into 2 teams, and then everyone can duke it
Oh,
out.
that's amazing. That'd be so much fun.
This is your stables, first of all, and here's your food hall, the throne for me, and then place for all the competitors to eat.
So beautiful.
And then these are all the lodgings, which are this fun little building here. Each of them looks the same. So a little chest, a little bench, and a little bed. And in this, I'll put your however much money, and all that.
That's awesome.
So this is the back. You've got a little of the jousting stadium. You've got a little loop here. You've got
Oh my God.
a little
Oh, yeah.
walk around. Stables. Here's your examples of jousting armor, because there's decorations you can put on all the armor. There's a bunch of different ones, so I think it'd be fun to let everyone choose what decoration they want on their jousting armor.
Dude, that's amazing.
And in here is where the joust will actually
Oh
take
my
place.
God, dude. This is so cool.
Okay, so that is the tournament grounds. I guess we can go through this little garrison here. Basic, you got your wine, you got your sitting area, you got a little holding cell for drunk festival goers. You've got place to sleep, and you got your outcropping up top.
That's amazing.
Alright, now we get to move into the castle proper. So our entry hall, from last time has remained
Yeah,
pretty much
I remember that.
unchanged.
Yeah.
As has the throne room. So we'll run through this stuff quickly, that we've been to before. Dovecote, cool stuff. Chapel. Oh, the library has changed. So you will remember. Actually, we can go into the first new part now. So you'll remember this half. This was the first half of the library that was here last time. But now the library has expanded to have a second half here. So the library's
chair.
expanded.
I was gonna like the couch, the little little sitting areas.
Yeah. Now this is our first big one we're moving into. This is called a Cabinet of Curiosities. This was kind of the prototype for museums. Large royal and rich people would start collecting various artifacts and taxidermied animals and all that, and they'd start putting them in one room in their castle, and that's kind of how museums started. So ours looks like this. It's got mosaic.
Oh, they're hanging up. That's cool.
Yeah, phantoms up top. There's mosaic, 2 mosaics of the planets up top as well. We've got all sorts of stuff. We've got all these labeled, all the mob heads and shields. The wither ritual without the wither part. Just have to really hope no one decides to cheat and throw another sand in there.
Wreak havoc. Right?
Yeah. All sorts of enchanted golden apples. This is all the pot designs here. These are various dragon skulls. I do have a mod that adds dragons. So that maybe we'll do some with them once. They tend to be very destructive, though.
Not the Nether portal.
Yeah, Nether portal. And then these, I want to say, were all the original sets of armor in the mod I use before I got the add-on. So with the add-on, it is an insane amount of armor types.
Shit.
I really love these mods. They are fantastic. And of course, our centerpiece is the Winged Hussar armor, which is under this covered courtyard.
Awesome.
I love
Wait,
that.
what? That is. Are you Polish?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Look at us.
Adam's in love with those right now.
Yeah, the Winged Hussar. That armor goes so hard. It's
It
so
is.
cool that was an actual thing in history.
Yeah.
That is so sick.
So we're gonna look at this now. So these are the 3 fan art pieces that actually won my contest.
Oh my god! Okay,
Holy
that's
crap.
sick.
So this one was, I believe, done by Fizz. And that's my dragon from the other world. This one is Willem Dafoe Barnaby II, who is my... I allowed them to name one thing, and this is what I got.
I think they nailed it.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Who is my griffin in the
Fan
other
art goes
world.
So hard.
Yeah. And I gave them some examples, too, and they really went to town on that and nailed it, in my opinion. And there's
Shout out
me,
to
of course.
Whoever did this. This is amazing.
So these 2 were Raven, the person the park is built after, who does the art for my emotes and everything. And then,
Good
as
job.
for mentioned, I believe that is Fizz. Moving down, the wine cellar has mostly remained unchanged, other than the fact that I had to replace all the wine bottles. So we have 2 levels
No
of
way.
bottles now.
Oh, I think we talked about this last time. You had to do that sync, right? One by one, right?
So I did the first time, but I learned that if you... Oh, let me get my ass down there. Hold on. So normally, if you copy them, right, you press the middle button to copy them and you place them, you don't get anything. But it was taught to me that if I hold crouch and do it... Oh, wait, hold on. Get it out of here. Hold crouch and do it. Okay, well, you know what? I forgot how to do it now. Or is it control? It's control. If you hold control, it copies the whole thing, which is why I was able to do the top one.
That's awesome. At least you don't have to worry about that. Because I remember you talking about that last time. We were like, dude, that's insane.
Yeah, I spent like an entire evening just placing wine bottles.
That is so
Yeah,
cool.
that's. I'm so glad that there's an easier way for you to do that.
Right?
Yeah, me too. This has all remained unchanged. You've got your kitchen and your armor and your eating area. Pink room is still the pink room. There's nothing has happened here.
That's so great, though.
That's the second level of the library. Okay, so we're gonna move up farther. So the scribe's quarters has remained unchanged as well, because I did like this. I like how monasteristic it looks. The only problem is if you had this really cool view last time, now all you can see is the church.
That's still a cool view. I stand by that.
The person who rocks that room's mad at the church.
Ruined his view.
Used to have a real nice thing going. The one atheist in their whole village.
So this is just a sitting area because I wasn't quite sure what to put here.
I like it.
Got some. Ooh, I apparently used Blackstone here, which I didn't even know I did, and I think looks great. And I think I
Yeah,
will
that
be
looks
using
great.
more in the future.
Like that goes hard.
Yeah, seriously. Yes, so the tower, because that grew so much, that area grew so much, the tower grew too. So now you've got a little sitting area up top that has its own little balcony where you can kind of
Oh,
overlook the
man.
entire tournament grounds, which is fun.
Dude, this is amazing.
And then our last things to go through here. Over on this side, we have. Oop, come on. Our kind of treasury.
Oh, it's like the bank.
That's
Okay.
Mhm.
dope.
Yeah.
So tons of
Oh, like the
stacks.
piles of money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
of
yeah.
coins and pots, and I used tons of gilded armors up there.
That is great. I
Now
like the
this
security
area-
button on there for the door.
Yeah, this area in here, I wanted to make a council, which I didn't end up doing. But my original idea here was that when this becomes an actual server, like the for highest rated people, in terms of like fights and whatnot, could actually get rooms in the castle. I thought that'd be
Ooh,
really
okay.
cool. So I might still do that. But these are my quarters, which were way smaller last time.
Okay. Oh,
Got my own fireplace,
good.
my own jousting armor. I do have. What is the button for third person? Nope, that's a screenshot. Nope, that removes things. Nope. Nope. There we go. I do have my own armor.
Hey, look at
Also.
him.
Nice.
Hail to the king.
Yeah. So. Oh, we've got our first Easter egg in here. And the only Easter egg I'll show you. There's a lot of fun little stuff you can find that I've purposely avoided. Because I want to leave that to you guys. But I found the Weezer album in one of my fucking mods. I don't
Oh, that's
know where it came from. I was
awesome.
just going through. It's in Fire and Ice. I was just scrolling through, like, looking like, what could I put in here? And then it was just there. And I was like, oh.
Oh, that's
So
great.
I put that there in this fun little sitting area. Which all
What
my
does it
rooms
say
appear.
about the Weezer album?
I doth looketh just as if I was Buddy Holly.
Nice.
Quarters fit for a king. Yeah.
Yeah. Over here
Yes.
is my personal study,
Study.
which has this fun armor here. I like this one a lot.
Oh, that's sick.
And a shield with my crest on it. Oh, and I have
The
a balcony
balcony?
here. Yep.
Oh my god.
Looks at the whole town.
Oh, it's a look at these people. Oh, I love it.
All right. And then
He's got an upstairs area too.
yeah, this is my room.
Oh, sick.
I sleep and whatnot. You showed you yours as a little like changing area. I was really proud of that.
That is great. I love it.
And I think
Is that a
I-
portrait of yourself on the wall?
where
Is that what that's supposed to be?
Yeah.
There?
Yeah, that was the idea.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, these areas are supposed to be prince's quarters, but they never ended up getting done. So that's also on my list.
Okay.
And that is it. That is the whole kingdom.
Man. This
If I
is
could trouble
so-
you, just because I was trying to FaceTime my wife to show her, but I didn't get in time. Could you go back to the inside of the church? I just want to take a picture of it and show her.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was muted. I was talking. I was like, "Oh my god, you got to see this guy's church! It's so awesome."
Yeah, I can definitely head in there. I've also got some good screenshots I can send to the group chat about of the church, and I've also been screen recording this whole thing so people can look back on the
Likewise,
tour.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guess I want to make a little edit for the Discord to show like all the events of
Ooh.
today and tomorrow. This is so cool, dude. This layout is so cool. Like, if I just want to be playing a video game. This is like one of the, like a cool ass city, like period in general.
Yeah, here I can even. That's the wrong button. There.
Oh my god,
There you go.
dude.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course. And I keep screenshotting it too. Um, yeah. Let
Like
me.
most video games don't even have like there's so many towns and cities and video games you go to. I'm like, this layout's kind of like lame and shit. Yeah, I'm stuck doing this. If this was like a video game I was playing, it doesn't even have to be Minecraft. This layout of your town and city is just so nice.
Oh, thank you.
It's so sick.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide on what I'm gonna do for next year now.
Ooh, can you go to when you came out of the gates, like looking over like this wall to the water?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I love this section right here. It's so cool. Like even right the more to the left and whatnot, right
Yeah.
outside of it. Yeah.
Like looking like that.
Yeah, this is super dope.
Yeah. Yeah, the beer
Yeah.
hall I think is probably the thing I was the happiest with, weirdly enough, out of all this stuff. That and the Cabinet of Curiosities, that was my other big one.
That one, oh my god, yeah. That probably is got to be one of my favorite ones as well.
That was the museum part, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part was dope.
It's really hard to pick what's your favorite since we're getting blasted with all this right now because this is just amazing. Every single part, I'm like, oh.
So with the area outside the walls, like where the water is and everything, I don't know what you can or can't do, but like, are you able to build like boats? Could you have like a port?
Yeah, so that was kind of one of my thoughts. The only thing I'm worried about is if I were to build like a galleon, it wouldn't fit in here. But right over here is the sea. So I might build one out there and then build some smaller boats in port.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Port was a heavy idea.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll get worked on a little more.
Dude,
So
absolutely amazed. This is amazing. You outdone yourself.
oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
this is awesome.
Even I love the armor and the blacksmith and sharing the like that back area. Is a
Yeah.
genius idea. So sick.
So that part was based off of my favorite game, along with the two historically accurate houses. My favorite game is Kingdom Come Deliverance. The second one is
Oh.
coming out.
I was just about to ask you about that. I
Yeah,
still gotta play that. So
it goes on
That's
crazy
personal.
sale really often. Like I followed their Discord, it was like 99% off on the PlayStation Store like last week.
okay.
The first one is not necessary to play the second one, and it is a little. It's my favorite game because I love the historical aspects and I love the combat and whatnot. It can be a little jank
Right.
at times though, but I'm super excited for the second one. And in a lot of the
That comes out
towns,
next year, right? Like early next
yes,
year?
early next
Okay.
year, I believe in February.
When Monster Hunter Wilds comes out.
Yeah, a lot of things are coming out in February because everything got pushed back from November. But yeah, a lot of the places you'd have your storefront, which
Yeah.
would actually be part of your house, and then
This is-
you'd have your actual workspace built just behind it.
Oh shit! I didn't even see those statues on the side on the up.
Yeah,
up
people can buy those. That's
Oh,
the thing.
cool.
Whoever wins our big tournament, actually, I think I'll probably give a statue to. They all have little
Oh, that's
titles.
Sick.
So, ooh, come on, little kiss. This one was Raven for winning the art contest that got
Oh,
the stuff in the
sick.
castle. This one is for my top donator.
Donor. Oh, sick. That's
What a
amazing.
cool idea. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, there's the balcony for the king.
yeah, it's over there.
Oh, that's sick.
And yeah, all those really multicolored glass are in the Cabinet of Curiosities.
Oh my god, dude. You outdone yourself. This is so cool. This is amazing.
I'm certainly glad you think so. I'm pretty proud of it myself. I think I've got to change up the roads. A lot of the other big thing I need to do before I open this all up is there's a lot of these just like green areas, and whatnot.
Okay.
I want everything to kind of look like, if you look at it over here, I want this to kind of be what all the
Yeah.
side areas look like, with some more moss and some bushes and all that. This was going to be a market in here, but I've got a fair few markets and a lot of shops already, so I'll decide what to do there.
For sure.
All right.
That is absolutely amazing.
I am
You-
glad you think
That
so.
was so cool. It really was. It's just those, like a little kid.
I'm glad.